Sports, the home of the Spurs, Rangers, Stars, and Wings.
Welcome to the capital city of Austin, Texas. About 20 miles north is where we are, the HEB Center, getting set for the first game of a two-game set tonight and Saturday. The Memphis Hustle in town, 3-6 on this young season to take on the Austin Spurs, 5-3. Thanks so much for joining us. Tyler Denning, Alex Embry, and the story for the Spurs, Alex, is very simple. 5-0 start, 0-3 over the last three. Their magic number 120, it's defense.
It is defense, like you said. Defense is the name of the game. I mean, longer the days of letting up 100 points. It's 120, so look for that to be the magic number for the Spurs to hold the hustle underneath tonight.
Yeah, this isn't our grandfather's NBA or G League anymore. On the other side, for the hustle, you talk defense. Not a ton of that. They do play pace, but they are second to last in opponent points per game.
Yeah, but they're third in assists. They like to share the rock. So that's something that we're going to see the hustle do a lot of. Go up and down the court and pass the rock.
Tyler Denning, Alex Embry. And for these two teams, you talked San Antonio, mentioned the three-game slide. For the hustle, they were on a five-game slide, and they just got off of that. So this first of two games, very pivotal for both these squads.
And a lot of that was led by Matthew Hurt. I mean, again, comes from a long lineage of Duke Blue Devils to come in. Last night, again, 36 points in Ontario. So he's going to be on the receiving end of those aforementioned assists we just talked about.
Yeah, that's the 6'9" center, but he can stretch the floor. He scored a career-high 36, going 12 of 19 from the floor, 6 of 9 from three. A big reason why they were able to secure a win, 106-104 over the Ontario Clippers that snapped that five-game losing streak. For the Spurs, they've lost 3 in a row after that hot start. They went on the road, lost 2 at Sioux Falls, and then losing to Mexico City. But we see a change in the starting lineup, maybe trying to get a little bit more defense.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like, Kyer is going to be the one that steps in for Stevenson here tonight. And again, for Coach Voigt, he's going to want to look to, for that defense from the starting lineup. Again, he's got great two-way players in Raekwon Gray that can come in and help, on the defensive end. So, again, look for Kyer to come in on the wings and be a really help on defense.
The other 4 starters, the usual: Watson, Gray, Duke Jr., and Washburn. Same starting 5 for the hustle. Timmy Allen played his college ball here in Austin at the University of Texas and his college career. David Johnson, we have a David versus David matchup we'll want to keep an eye on. The aforementioned Hurt, Von Reed, tons of NBA experience, and Jarreau rounding out the starting 5 for the hustle.
Yeah, and again, looking Timmy Allen coming in again, a UT product. We'll see a lot. We'll see some burnt orange here in the stands. I already see him and Serge Jabari Rice will get a nice little reunion. But again, look again the hustle to come in and play what worked last night.
Spurs led by Will Voigt, first season last year he was coaching in the Egyptian Basketball Super League, but 2 seasons with the Spurs as a video coordinator back in '99. He's led the Nigerian national team to their first ever FIBA AfroBasket Championship in 2015. So some history with the organization. On the other side, 14 seasons with Memphis, 5 as the head coach of the hustle, Jason March, 9 NBA call-ups during his tenure. Got his start as an assistant video coordinator back in '05 with the Phoenix Suns. So the hustle, 3-6, 10th in the Western Conference. The Spurs, 5-3, 1-1 here at home, 8th in the Western Conference. Spurs trying to snap their 3-game slide. Hustle trying to build on a victory that snapped their 5-gamer. Officials for the evening: crew chief Blanca Burns, Julian McFadden, and Ken Jones. The hustle in the white, Spurs in the black. Burton Gray will jump for it, and the Spurs will start. Kyer to bring it up. Gray going right at Hurt. Ball goes out of bounds. Nothing showing the first offensive possession as the 6'7" center turns it over.
You know, I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight. It's a battle of the bigs, you know, with, you know, as we talked about Hurt in the pregame, but, you know, look for both Raekwon and him to battle down low.
Missed by Giroux on the hustles end. Good ball movement. Three is off from Watson as Hurt secures the rebound. There's Allen, likes to work that post game. Hurt, he'll step out, he'll shoot it, he'll make it. 4th in the league in points per game. Matthew Hurt, 25.3 he averages. Stepping out of bounds, so the basket does not count, but Hurt, you gotta really be aware defensively his range.
Yeah, and he's got a really high release, almost like a little Nikola Jokic high release behind the head. So that's, you know, it's one of the toughest shots to guard in the NBA, and so that's why, you know, given the 36 points last night, we see why.
I mentioned that 12 of 19 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3 to go with 9 rebounds. Giroux left wide open, Karam's off. Kyer with the rebound. Kyer right into the lane and the kiss with the right hand. So the 6'4" guard from Arizona. First points of the game for the Spurs.
You know, being infused in the starting lineup too, it's always good to get that first shot, that first easy take, you know, for him. So good take on that one.
Corner 3, Giroux. A lot of good looks early on for the hustle. Duke Jr. back the other way, contact. That will go against Timmy Allen, the foul.
A lot of these looks too, you know, I'm noticing the Spurs are kind of going under screens. It's going to leave those shooters some wide open, you know, shots. And if we talk about defense, you know, in the G League, you're going to see a lot of three-point shots go up, especially from the hustle.
Yeah, the hustle averaged 41.1. That's 5th in the league in three-point attempts per game. Good feed inside as Watson gets his first bucket. Paul Watson Jr.
Love to see that. Love to see that from Watson again. You know, he's got a great shot from outside the arc, shooting about 41% from 3, and so he's kind of, you know, coming in and, you know, attacking, seeing the ball go in the hole first. Will open up for him.
Start with that high release, that face-up game. I like the Jokic comparison.
Yeah, it's, you know, watching Jokic too and watching him, that it's impossible to block when he's behind the head like that.
Yeah, when you have a big man at that size with that touch, Gray will draw the foul on Giroux.
You know, I'd also rather see shots like that too, because you also, a lot of times, you know, the LaMelo Ball, you know, those high school mixtapes would come out. You see LaMelo, those side shots. That was a fad coming up.
Trying to entry to Gray. Raekwon coming off a 19-point outing. 8 for 14, but he had missed a go-ahead layup, had an opportunity with 1:24 left, fouled out that next possession. A huge part of what this team's trying to do. Hurt off the dribble. Gray's down on the other side as numbers defensively, the hustle. Gray getting up, maybe poked in the eye, it looks like.
Hopefully it's that. Yeah, I was holding his head a little bit.
Let's get back up and setting the screen. Junior, a lot of contact. Run up back the other way for Johnson. That ball swiped. Johnson Jr. Gray, 2 opportunities, good the second time.
And the Spurs are attacking Hurt also on defense too. That's how you take a guy out that's effective on offense. So attack my defense.
So some early back and forth. Spurs up 6-5, 8:43 left in the first.
Live sports.
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything that's free. So he was happy to read the disclaimer on TurboTax Free Edition.
Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how at TurboTax.com. That's me!
File your taxes 100% free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your max refund guaranteed. Make your moves count. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com.
How you like your burger, Greenie?
Well done, please.
I don't know if you can take those guys to cover the spread. The weather gets cold and they crumble.
Yeah, not everyone can handle the elements.
You know, I've never really bought into all that cold weather stuff.
Really, Greeny? I'm always taking the cold weather teams.
Especially in the playoffs. Can you flip mine?
The great ones tough it out, regardless of the weather.
Should have brought my mittens.
It's 48 degrees.
Yeah, but the wind is whipping off that lake.
We're 30 miles from the lake.
ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library.
Quick timeout early for the Hustle. 6-5 lead for the Spurs here at the HEB Center. These teams getting together. The Hustle lead the all-time series, 13-8 all-time, 7-2 here in Austin. This season they have played twice in the Showcase Cup. The last meeting was on December 15th, a game that went to overtime in which the Hustle prevailed. It was Eric Stevenson who hit a 3 to send that game into overtime. That high scoring, the game before that was on the 28th. Austin won 130 to 101. As off as the shot from Jerome. Gray seems just fine after going down earlier with the rebound.
In the last game out too, we saw, at that November game we talked about the 3 from the corner by Gray. Javante McCoy had a triple-double, and he was actually coming in averaging 28 and 7.5 against the Hustle, so I'm excited to see him out tonight.
Allen draws the double team, kicks out to Giroux, who's good from deep. Another whistle, third team foul against the Hustle. That'll be the second on DeJon Giroux. Played his college ball at Houston, AAC Defensive Player of the Year. Now with 2 fouls, we'll have to defend. Be careful. Shot clock was at 10. Turnover by the Spurs. Johnson running out the other way, right at the defense. Some good looks, but the Hustle just have not been able to convert yet.
Yeah, both teams attacking the basket early. I just mentioned the 2 fouls were a result of that, but also both teams getting out and running.
Both teams turning the ball over as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to credit the transition defense or just transition offense, not executing, but yeah, both teams, looking to run. And the thing with the Hustle too, they're a thin group tonight. They're missing a lot of their two-way guys and some injuries as well. But so I know that both coaches are looking to run.
Yeah, the big ball club, the Grizzlies, have been ravaged by injuries. Another outside shot is off. Gray collects another rebound. 4 turnovers thus far for the Spurs. Gray swings to Duke Jr., who's good from deep.
Got to get him going. He's got a couple 20-point games coming in. Definitely a hot and cold shooter, so see one going early.
David Duke Jr. averages 16.4, but coming off a 1-for-8 shooting performance, scored just 6 against the Capitanes of Mexico City. Shot clock at 5. Giroux right at the defense, gets this one to go. Trying to work that penetration game and finally goes in. Hustle back in the lead at 10-9. Another turnover by Austin. Hurt. Allen saving it underneath his own basket. Giroux with the shot clock at 10. Shoot his own. Rebound for Watson Jr.
Yeah, Spurs really going under a lot of these screens, letting the Hustle shoot. Even those that transition 3 from Hurt, the Spurs were lagging off on that one.
Good kick out by Gray. Spurs swing it, get a good look, and that one buried. So 2 shots for Duke Jr. that have gone in. He has to feel good early.
Oh yeah, and obviously that came from good ball movement too. That's a great possession, great offensive possession, and find the open shooter.
Yeah, the hockey assist for Raquan Gray. Giroux, the defense pressed way out.
Yeah, well, Olay defense there by Duke.
Lane was wide open. Quick back the other way. Watson Jr. is off. Rebound by Johnson. First set of subs set to come in. Eric Stevenson, traditionally a starter, will check in, number 2 in black. Caleb Johnson, number 4, coming in as well. Reed going right at the rack. That meant defensively 4-on-3. Johnson drawing the defensive double team. Reed right on him. Johnson will shoot free throws as the foul on Devon Reed.
Just looking at both these teams' field goal percentages too. You know, 44% for the Hustle, 30 for the Spurs. We see Johnson coming in and being active early, getting the line. And as we know, the G League rule, the 1 free throw per 2.
So Johnson, 57% from the line. Converts. Averages just over 10 points per game. Big brother of Keldon Johnson. Hurt, showing that game, going right at Gray. He draws the whistle.
Yeah, again, you got the Spurs haven't really done a good job stopping the ball on that one. Hurt had a wide open lane, you know, to get to the lane. As Gray backpedaling here, it's going to be an invitation, you know, to me at the rim.
Adonis Arms checking in for the Hustle, wearing number 25. He's missed the last 3, was on the report due to personal reasons, so good to have him back for the Hustle. 6'6", guard out of Texas Tech. Averages just over 18 minutes per game. His Hurt was good from the foul line. The Hustle back into the lead at 15-14. Gray right at Hurt.
What a tip.
Tip back in by Johnson.
Yeah, that was an impressive tip. And again, Gray going right at Hurt again, and that's what you got to do to take him out of the game as much as you can on defense.
So you know he wants to play offense.
Oh, you bet.
Can you make him work? Johnson to Allen. Twists around to finish.
You watch UT basketball, you know, that was Allen's game. Cutting, finding that mid-range jump, find that mid-range area, baseline as well.
That ball tipped, will stay on the Spurs side. Shot clock at 18 with 4:05 left in this opening quarter. Javante McCoy, you mentioned him earlier, how well he has played. Previous matchups checking in. There's Serge Jabari Rice as well, so getting back together with former college teammate. Stevenson right into the heart of the defense. Back heels. Lucas Williamson, the rebounder. Johnson will go to the free throw line.
And again, just, you know, Johnson getting the rim, stopping the ball in transition. We talked about defense, and that's really the big thing there, is getting in front of the ball, stopping it, you know, and avoiding these guys getting into the lane.
David Johnson, 47th pick in the 21 draft by Toronto. Has 9 games with 20 or more points. Was the showcase in the regular season. Was questionable coming in with some right shoulder soreness, but season high 26 in that win against Ontario. Misses the free throw.
I believe, too, he was also a league scorer in that December matchup. Again, he had 26 and 12 and 7 against the Spurs, so he's looking to get back to those numbers again.
Stevenson draws the whistle. Foul will go on Allen. So second foul on Timmy Allen. Fifteen foul. Allen will sit with those 2. Reed checks in. Loudon Love coming in as well as Hurt.
Another thing, just, you know, with Stevenson going to the bench, you know, you get an infusion of offense, you know, when he comes in. He's a guy who had 6 threes earlier this year. He had 7 as a career high. And so hopefully you can get him going, you know, at the free throw line early. he's close to those 50, 40, 90 numbers as well.
Yeah, 48 from the field, 39 from 3, 94. Very good shooter, and definitely the guy that you want on the line as he converts. Spurs back up by 1.
I didn't want to infuse the announcer's jinx there, but he's only missed 1 free throw all season.
Reed misses on the turnaround. Stevenson with the rebound back the other way. Rice. Oh, he wanted it back. Johnson couldn't get it to him. Great spin by Johnson with the finish. Gets a point from Rice. All right, I'm okay with you missing me on the wide open look.
He knew he was doing that. You know, the lefty finishing with the right hand. You know, it's a great move.
Johnson quick back the other way. So David Johnson with the finish after the finish on the other side from Caleb Johnson. No relation.
And how about, I mean, he just split the double team on that one too. As Johnson, you see here, finishing with the right hand. Tough finish as we go to break. Spurs up by 1.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
These are my tissue box covers.
Remember, tissues come in their own boxes. It's important for young homeowners to let go of the things turning them into their parents. There we go. All right, who's next?
I've been holding on to these pieces of crown molding because you never know when you're going to need them.
I do, and it's never. It can be a lot for them. Do you still own that car?
I do not.
Okay.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Empty tubs of butter are for recycling, not for my leftovers.
That's a big one, people.
So the back and forth is picked up, finished by Johnson's on both sides. And the story for the Memphis Hustle and the Memphis Grizzlies, the parent club, it's been injuries across the course of the season, but G.G. Jackson, this is a name that you're probably familiar with if you watch Memphis. It was really cool last Monday, the MLK game, always played in Memphis, but G.G. Jackson back-to-back 20-point games for the two-way player. Game was on TNT. He was interviewed by the Inside Crew. This was the reaction, Alex, when he heard the voice of Shaquille O'Neal.
I mean, then you have those human moments, you know, guys who, you know, they work their tails off down here in the G League, and for a chance, you know, with all the injuries with the Grizzlies have had, we're going to get that chance to be the star on that TNT broadcast. I mean, that's also always a dream come true, what these guys work for.
Yeah, Draymond Green had mentioned in that game it was 23 points that he scored against the Warriors who were in town. He was 5 of 8 from 3, and I heard Draymond talking on his podcast. He said guy was out there shooting like he was Clay.
And then that's a compliment coming from the Splash Brothers over there too. So, but again, you know, when your hard work pays off like that, you know, you reap the rewards of it.
Donis Arms flexes the arms and will go to the free throw line after drawing contact.
You know, it's good. The Hustle are excited to have Arms back. Like you said, missed the last week, you know, or so, you know, with personal reasons. But you know, on this shallow bench, like you mentioned, the nice little flex in the camera there. But again, good to get some depth back on this Hustle team. But going back to the Jackson note, you know, for someone like him, you know, it's a dream come true, and it's awesome to see. So excited for him.
Yeah, he led the Hustle 8 times in points across the season before he got the call up.
Hustle out in the zone here.
Shot clock under 10. Stevenson. Boy. Rice gonna have to hoist. Spurs wanted the foul as the defender they thought was in the air. Arms the big finish on the other side.
Yeah, you're not going to get that call. If you get him in the air and you jump into him, you're not going to get that call. So it's a tough play to ref.
So Donis Arms making an impact.
Spurs want to beat the zone there, run up the court.
The ball tapped from behind by Rice. Pace picking up a little bit.
Yeah, pace is picking up. You see, you know, Rice jumping into the defender, losing the ball, and obviously it's just going to be easy transition basket for Arms there.
Easy underneath the basket for David Johnson.
Trying to beat the zone again.
Will Voigt is hot. As the call was made by Blanca Burns, she is the crew chief. She was back at mid-court and saying, how do you see that from there? But ball goes to the Hustle. Now with a 6-point lead, 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Love, turnaround, good.
Let's get Stevenson on that one too. A little mouse in the house for the Hustle mismatch. And Memphis back into man, looks like, yep.
Johnson out, Stevenson from deep is off, Reed with the rebound.
I'm surprised the Hustle switched back to a zone too. They jumped out to an 8-point lead with the zone coming out after a 1-point difference at the break.
Which may be a little matchup zone as the Spurs find the open shooter, Washburn. 33% shooter from deep, buries the three. Was a big bucket.
Yeah, easiest way to beat a zone is making threes. And obviously, you know, get an open look like that, you'll get them. So Spurs got to take advantage.
Love backing down Johnson, turnaround good with the left hand.
And the Hustle need that from Love. You know, when Love spells hurt, you know, you're gonna need some baskets off the bench.
I thought you were making a joke there, Love hurts.
Love hurt, oh wow. Valentine's Day is coming up, you know.
Whistle on the other end, so another turnover has plagued the Spurs early on in this first quarter. It's now 9 turnovers, but to this 7-point deficit. About 6 seconds the difference between the shot and the game clock. Block call.
Take a look at that again. Takes that right to the chest. I mean, that could be worth a challenge.
Yeah, there's been a lot of feedback, one would say, from the Spurs bench.
That could be worth. I mean, he's got it. Johnson's got his feet set, takes it right to the chest. I think it's pretty close to what the description of a charge would be, right?
You're here to make the call. I'll stay objective. Arms rattles it in. So the Hustle, 9-point lead, shot clock off.
Going back to that turnover note, both teams coming in averaging about 14 turnovers a game. So being at 9, you know, in the first quarter, Spurs got to take care of the ball the rest of the way.
Rice blows by the defense, misses the layup, but Johnson there to follow it up. Arms will just hoist, and it's good. Udonis Arms with the 3 from 3-quarter court. They will take a look at it, but he had enough time and banks it in.
And we've seen some emotion from him being back, first game back. Gotta get the dance on here too.
So they will look, is Udonis Arms good from 3? We will show you when we come back. 35-25 if it stands.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Okay, when you turn around, you're gonna see some more.
You have a turkey and cheese.
Let's imagine that LL Cool J has a bubble around him. Do we want to be inside?
I'm Keith.
There are some situations that young homeowners turning into their parents just can't handle.
Yep, there he is. There's my nephew. Now, I got a video of him playing piano.
That's not how you take a selfie.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
3, 2, 1.
We don't need a countdown. Just take the picture.
Chicken Parm just got an upgrade. The new Chicken Parmesan Meatball Sub from Firehouse Subs features savory chicken meatballs, shaved Parmesan, melted provolone, and toasted Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Only at Firehouse Subs.
hustling. I'm never gonna stop, keep climbing to the top. Yeah, I'm crushing it, crushing it. I'm on my way now. It's my better self. I found making myself proud, no doubt. Start with Sprouts.
Please, can I have these, Mommy?
Finding your healthy has never been easier. Start with Sprouts.
Well, Adonis Arms, he's missed the last 3 games, personal reasons, but he has made an impact on this one from 77 feet. Alex, it is good.
Yeah, and I think the best part about this is, he's been celebrating. He had the flex and the camera on the dunk, and he's excited to be back. I would say after that little week off, but he's ready to play He's ready to play for play tonight. But I think the big thing we talked about, coming in or at the break, 9 turnovers I'm seeing, and then an 8. So 15 turnovers, my fault. 15 turnovers by the Spurs, and then obviously those have led to easy baskets for the Hustle.
8 from the Hustle, their biggest lead 10. There were 12 lead changes, but the Hustle living up to their name. Also on that other end, just defensively thwarting a little bit is Love. Too easy off the glass.
So that's again, when you have those turnovers, those lead to easy baskets, and that's kind of been the name of the game for the Hustle. That's what's gotten them out to this 12-point lead.
Foul on Williamson. Hustle shoot 52%, 3 of 9 from 3, including that Arms heave, but the turnover differential massive between the 2 teams. Can the Spurs find a way to cut into this 10-point deficit?
If you want to spin zone that number 2, the Spurs did convert on the only Memphis Hustle turnover. So that's kind of been, that's the positive light there.
Well, trying to work that post game. Back the other way, Watson.
Let me get him going.